Lynn here from Lynn Logic. I hope you're having a good day. First off, check the outfit. The shirt my mom got me for my birthday. But I've got the owl pin. And then this, my late husband had gotten me. It's a watch. It's broken, so it's only right twice a day, but it still works twice a day. Now, I also check out, look, Reading Rainbow. Butterflies in the sky. I can fly twice as high. No, I'm not going to do that. We're going to go lounge singer with the Reading Rainbow. I love quotes. I've loved them my entire life. And I, in 2005, got this book. This handy dandy notebook. Not to go all Steve on you. But all I did was collect quotes in it. And I named it, look at that, little 2005. A bit of knowledge. So I figured I'd read a collection of my quotes that I've collected. A collection of my collected. Oh, okay. A true friend stabs you in the front. Oscar Wilde. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein. I am tired of all this nonsense about beauty being only skin deep. That's deep enough. What do you want? An adorable pancreas? Gene Kerr. Nothing takes the taste out of peanut butter quite like unrequited love. Charles Schulz. There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness. Friedrich Nietzsche. I love this one. Life is pleasant, death is peaceful. It's the transition that's troublesome. Isaac Asimov. This is one of my favorites. The supreme irony of life is that hardly anyone gets out of it alive. Robert Heinlein. Life isn't fair. It's just fairer than death. That's all. William Goldman. Never forget what a man says to you when he is angry. Henry Ward Beecher. If little else, the brain is an educational toy. Tom Robbins. Men's natures are alike. It is their habits that carry them far apart. Confucius. The two most common elements in the universe are hydrogen and stupidity. Harlan Ellison. This is one of my favorites. I used to have it on a chalkboard wall in my late husband and I's house. He hated it. Women who seek to be equal with men lack ambition. Timothy Leary. Heaven has no rage like love to hatred turned, nor hell a fury like a woman scorned. William Congreve. Or hell hath no fury. We are the people our parents warned us about. Jimmy Buffett. We have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it. Roald Dahl. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm a schizophrenic and so am I. Bill Murray. From the movie What About Bob? Legalized insanity. Robin Williams. Ooh. You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it. Robin Williams. I am a massive Buffy fan. R.I.P. Giles. R.I.P. Don. R.I.P. Xander. I mean, seriously? But this speech from Buffy that Spike says to Buffy, fucking love. When I say I love you, it is not because I want you or because I can't have you. It has nothing to do with me. I love what you are, what you do, how you try. I've seen your kindness and your strength. I've seen the best and the worst of you, and I understand with perfect clarity exactly what you are. You're a hell of a woman. Okay, so here's the other side of things. I love Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams wrote The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but the way that he writes was so sardonic and dry, and I love the humor of it. One of my favorite parts of the book is Ford and Arthur are being taken to the prison cell in the Gorgon ship, and the Gorgon guard that is walking them, they're sitting there having a conversation, and Ford goes, well, how do you like your job? And the Gorgon guard goes, the hours aren't bad, but the minutes are horrible. And I just, when I read that line the first time, I was just like, that's fucking great. But my favorite Douglas Adams quote is, the knack to flying is learning how to throw yourself at the ground and miss. We're going to do a collection of Douglas Adams quotes. A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools. Anyone who is capable of getting themselves made president should on no account be allowed to do the job. For a moment, nothing happened, and then after a second or so, nothing continued to happen. Humans are not proud of their ancestors and rarely invite them round to dinner. I don't believe it. Prove it to me, and I still won't believe it. I love deadlines. I like the whooshing sound they make as they fly by. I think I can relate with this one. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I intended to be. I think fish are nice, but I also think that rain is wet, so who am I to judge? I'm spending this year dead for tax reasons. If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, we have to at least consider the possibility that we have a small aquatic bird of the family Atididae on our hands. If someone thinks they are a hedgehog, presumably you just give them a mirror and a few pictures of hedgehogs and tell them to sort it out for themselves. In the beginning, the universe was created. This made a lot of people angry. What are you doing? He's got his eyes. Can you see what he's doing? He's happy. We're gonna leave him alone. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. Isn't it enough to see that a garden is beautiful without having to believe that there are fairies at the bottom of it too? It is a mistake to think you can solve any major problem with just potatoes. One always overcompensates for disabilities. I'm thinking of having my entire body surgically removed. Space is big. You just won't believe how vastly, hugely, mind-boggling big it is. I mean, you think it's a long way down the road to the drugstore, but that's just peanuts to space. It has been my profound lack of pleasure not to be able to avoid meeting you. The guide is definitive. Reality is frequently inaccurate. The impossible often has a kind of integrity which the merely improbable lacks. The knack to flying is learning how to throw yourself at the ground and miss. There's my one. I love that one. The mere thought hadn't even begun to speculate about the merest possibility of crossing my mind. Time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so. Time is bunk. We have normality. I repeat, we have normality. Anything you still can't cope with is therefore your own problem. You live and learn. At any rate, you live. And those are the Douglas Adams quotes. If con is the opposite of pro, then what is the opposite of progress? Isn't Disney World a people trap operated by a mouse? Why is the word dictionary in the dictionary? Whose cruel idea was it for the word lisp to have an S in it? How come abbreviated is such a long word? Why are there 5 syllables in the word monosyllabic? If a person with multiple personalities threatens suicide, is that considered a hostage situation? Why is a boxing ring square? Just think how much deeper the ocean would be if sponges didn't live there. If olive oil comes from olives, where does baby oil come from? So what's the speed of dark? After eating, do amphibians need to wait an hour before getting out of the water? Why don't they just make mouse-flavored cat food? If you're sending someone styrofoam, what do you pack it in? Why do they sterilize needles for lethal injections? Why do kamikaze pilots wear helmets? Is it true that cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny? Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? Since light travels faster than sound, isn't that why some people appear bright until you hear them speak? If it's 0 degrees outside today and it's supposed to be twice as cold tomorrow, how cold is it going to be? Why do you press harder on the remote control when you know the battery is dead? Why are they called buildings when they're already finished? Shouldn't they be called builts? Why are they called apartments when they are all stuck together? Why is a person who invests our money called a broker? What would a chair look like if your knees bent the other way? Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? I went to the bookstore and asked the saleswoman, where's the self-help section? She said if she told me, it would defeat the purpose. Why is a carrot more orange than an orange? Do fish get cramps after eating? Tell a man there are 400 billion stars and he'll believe you. Tell him a bench has wet paint on it and he has to touch it. Why do we have to wait until a pig is dead to cure it? Do Roman paramedics refer to IVs as fours? What do little birdies see when they get knocked unconscious? Alright, I gotta get some other work done, but I'm definitely gonna play with that one later. Okay, bye-bye. There is always some madness in love, but there is always some reason in madness. Fredwick. I was worried about mispronouncing his last name, Nietzsche. But I didn't even get Frederick right. Frederick. Asimov? Asimov. Whatever. You know what I mean. Get your little booty in there. You got your little booty in there?